to our Fireside Chat video series. Today's video is a very special one because we are here with the owner of Southern Skies Events, Shaefer. Thank you for joining, Jen.
Absolutely, thank you.
So let's talk a little bit about how you got into events and how long you've been doing this.
Sure, so I've actually been doing this since 2009. I got into it with a local catering company and kind of built my way up, learning every facet of the business as I went, and really falling more and more in love with it every year. I actually got started when my brothers told me that I should be an event planner. I planned my Sweet 16.
Really?
And I planned it for weeks, and I was so excited, and I planned a playlist and pretty much every detail you can imagine. It was a costume party, and there were just a lot of different moving pieces. And at the end, my brother said, "Wow, that was really fun. You should think about doing this."
At 16.
At 16, and I said, you know what? If they believe that I could do it, I think I can do it. And it helped that I love doing it, and just went from there.
That's so great.
Yeah.
So there's a lot that goes into planning an event, as you know, but for a couple who's maybe trying to plan their wedding, would you say that you really need a planner for your event?
I would say maybe not. Everybody has a different budget. Everybody has a different style. If you're thinking that you want to be really hands-on with all of your planning, you can certainly start that way. I think once you really get into it and all the details and that on top of life in general, you may find yourself wanting some help, even just some basic guidance as you go through. So in that case, a day of coordinator might be your best bet. Not only do they help guide you through kind of the last few months where everything is more and more chaotic, but they can also be there to make sure that your day goes off without a hitch and that your family and friends get to enjoy the day just as much as you do.
Right, so nobody has the pressure the day of, but that day of coordinator. The family's enjoying it, you're enjoying it, not stressing.
Exactly. So a lot of people have, if they do it all themselves, their family is the one that goes and sets up and cleans up, and they spend hours and hours on that day when they could just be celebrating you and enjoying themselves. So I do recommend that. And then for those that have more demanding jobs, I work with a lot of nurses, a lot of teachers, and their schedules don't necessarily lend for a lot of planning. So somebody that can offer a little more of that partial planning package or even a full planning package would be an asset, just to get things done and make sure that things continue to move along and you stay stress-free.
Absolutely. Okay, so say a couple decides they do want a planner. How should they decide who they go with?
Sure. So a lot of our other vendors were talking about personality. That's definitely a huge thing. You want to be friends with your planner. Not necessarily friends, but you want to get along with them, right? So even if you're not with them for a majority of the day on your wedding day or on your event day, you are spending so much time with them beforehand. A day of coordinator typically starts about 3 months prior to the event. So you're spending a lot of time emailing them, talking to them on the phone, working with them, in person, and you have to really trust them too. Trust is going to be a huge thing with an event planner because you're really giving them all the details to your big day and saying, Jesus, take the wheel, just go with it and make it perfect for me. And so with that trust, we understand our brides and grooms, and they understand us, and they understand that we're not going to let them down. So that's a really big thing.
Absolutely, yeah. So what would you say sets you apart from other planners?
I would say it's 3 things. It's our experience. We have 10 plus years of experience in the industry, so there's not much that we haven't seen at this point that we haven't been able to tackle. I would say it's our passion. We really try to have our passion shine through in every single event. You'll see how much we love it. And I say we because the third thing is our team. We, as you know, being part of it, we love what we do, and we really want to go above and beyond for every single couple. So those are definitely the 3 things I would say.
Yes, definitely. And what would you say is your favorite part about being a planner?
Oh, there are so many. I just, honestly, every wedding is different. You never know what you're going to get. You have so many different cultures. You have so many different customs, so many different family traditions that happen. You could have a fraternity that somebody's a part of, or for me, a soccer team. You have 25 soccer players that come in and do the school chant around you at your wedding. So there are a lot of different things that really make each day unique. And what's awesome too is you learn more. So working with a couple, I'll learn about them all throughout the planning process. I'll learn little things, little looks that they have for each other, little nicknames, and that's really sweet. But you learn so much about them on the event day because their family and friends are there. You get to know them, and they're a reflection of the couple, right? And then you also see their decor, their style, their personalization. They have photos of adventures they've been on. They have photos with their dogs. They have photos with, with family members that couldn't be there. And then they have all of their different, all of those different elements. And then the speeches. You get to hear stories from the past that might be a little bit embarrassing, or stories from the present that are super sweet. And it's, it's very heartwarming to hear all of that stuff.
Right. You get to be part of that special day.
Absolutely.
All right, so any final tips or tricks for a couple looking for a planner?
There are a lot. There are so many tips and tricks that we can offer. I'm just going to throw this out there, if you book with us, we can help with all of those throughout the process, but definitely make sure that you click with your planner, check out their social media, see what their style is like. We like to think of ourselves as modern and elegant. You have some people that really want to focus on the rustic theme, especially down here in the South. So just find somebody that you vibe with, and make sure that you trust them wholeheartedly. And from there, if they have the experience, they're going to guide you in the right way. So just, trust that you're going to be well taken care of and your guests are going to have a memorable day. And then if you need any more tips and tricks, all of our videos are up on Instagram. So feel free to watch them as many times as you'd like throughout the planning process, to get ways to be more unique throughout your wedding and really take away some of that stress.
Definitely, yeah. And if you have any other questions that we don't answer in that video series, or any questions specifically for Jen, feel free to reach out to us or leave a comment below one of those videos. So we're always happy to answer those.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you, Jen, for your answers, and we hope you enjoyed today's video. See you soon.
Thanks, guys.